Luka Jovic is one of European football's in-form strikers. At only 21 years old, the Serbian international is showing the kind of eye for goal and tactical maturity that normally come from a more experienced player. And as Eintracht Frankfurt once again push for European qualification, Jovic is bagging the goals that are driving the Eagles' ascent up the table. Jovic joined Eintracht Frankfurt in June 2017 on loan from Portuguese club Benfica for 2 seasons, promptly scoring on his Bundesliga debut on matchday 4 of the 2017-18 season. Last season he was impressive, with 8 goals in 22 Bundesliga appearances at 116 minutes per goal. But this season, Jovic has accelerated, so far scoring 15 goals and managing 5 assists in 24 appearances in the league. Indeed, so far Jovic is managing across the whole of his Bundesliga career a goal every 110 minutes. That's the second best historically in the competition, and it's even coming close to Gerd Müller's incredible goal every 105 minutes. This season, Jovic also made history when on matchday 8, he scored 5 goals against Fortuna Düsseldorf. Jovic became the first Frankfurt player to achieve this feat in the Bundesliga. He's also the first Serb and only the 3rd foreign player after Athleticism and Robert Lewandowski. Jovic also became the youngest Bundesliga player to achieve the feat, beating Schalke's Klaus Scher's 1971 effort by 32 days. Under new coach Adi Hütter, Jovic has formed the spearhead of Frankfurt's superb attacking trident. While the side generally lines up as a 3-4-1-2, with Ante Rebic occupying the hole behind Jovic and Sebastian Aller, Jovic is the focal point. Rebic and Aller both drop off or push wide, looking to play the ball through to Jovic or drive into the channels to pull the ball back for a cross. This approach is supported by Frankfurt's wingbacks, who push forwards wherever possible to whip in crosses, or underlap and drive towards the goal inside one of the attacking trident. Jovic's job is to stay central where possible and be on the end of whatever Aller and Rebic or Frankfurt's dynamic wide players produce. As this goal against Hanover shows, Jovic has a gift for popping up in space. Even after the first cross is cleared, Jovic's subtle adjustments mean that he is in the right place at the right time to score with a header. And again, against Mainz, watch how, as Frankfurt pour forwards and Mainz find themselves on the back foot, Jovic checks his run several times to ensure that even though Mainz have managed to get defenders back, the Serbian striker is in a huge amount of space as the cross comes in. Jovic's combination of athleticism and positional awareness is devastating. Here against Borussia Dortmund, Jovic loiters as Dortmund look to press up and clear the ball. He finds a position between 2 Dortmund defenders and checks so that as they push up, he gains a yard moving towards the goal as the cross comes back in. He's then athletic enough to stretch and steer the cross home. Frankfurt also attacks superbly from broken play against a backpedaling defence or from pressing the opposition in attack. Jovic plays his part in this, as shown by his opportunistic goal against Freiburg, where closing down a loose piece of control results in this goal. But generally, Jovic is the spare man, while Aller and Rebic create the movement and energy that pulls defenders around and creates space for Jovic to excel. As Frankfurt push up, Jovic is always playing in relation to the defensive line, shifting his position vertically and horizontally in relation to defenders to ensure that when the time comes to accelerate towards the goal or meet the cross, he's as free of defensive attention as possible. Jovic's 2 goals against Schalke show both facets of this play. In the first, Rebic picks up the clearance and drives into space before passing to Jovic. Note how just before the pass is released, Jovic checks so he can stay onside and then attack the space between the 2 Schalke defenders before finishing brilliantly after some sublime skill. And his second goal against Schalke shows how Jovic and Frankfurt profit from a physically disruptive pressing approach. Rebic wins back the ball after Aller's header onwards and plays it wide to the dynamic wide player Filip Kostic. As the cross comes in, it's clear that again Jovic has found the space between the defenders, but also that he has the confidence to wait for the cross to come to him. It's not just Jovic who finds the pockets of space, but his teammates anticipate this and find him. Despite his age, Luka Jovic stands comparison already with some of the Bundesliga's great players. His ratio of minutes to goals, his eye for goal, and his positional awareness all mark him out as one of the form strikers in Europe at the moment, and Frankfurt's tactical setup, and especially the interplay between Jovic, Aller and Rebic, is perfectly geared for getting the most out of the Serbian forward. Jovic and the Eagles are soaring.
Hey everyone, it's me, Christian Pulisic.
Don't miss any of the Bundesliga action.
Subscribe here.